So I'm here today with, it's Brad the mortgage guy.
Oh, here I am.
We have a lot to talk about in this house, so we're going to show you around. We're going to give you a property tour and then point out some of its great features. And I think you have some down payment assistance to talk about too. So
Yeah, absolutely.
come take a look around with us. Let's start in the kitchen.
All right.
So kitchen's really spacious.
Got a lot of room in
A
here.
lot of room in here. I can envision a really big island in the center, but you also have a really great space for a pretty sizable table. Cabinets are original, but look how well maintained they are. I can envision this keeping that natural wood because wood is back in and on trend, or even if you wanted to paint those, that was
Yeah,
really
and I
awesome.
like the nice thick crown molding that's happening here.
It's absolutely gorgeous.
And what did these really help in the summertime, right?
Yeah, so the house has awnings, which I think actually add to the charm. I love
Yeah.
it. Some buyers may not want them, but they're easily removable if you didn't want them, but
Yeah,
they do
absolutely.
help with keeping homes cool.
Okay. All right.
So-
it looks like we're stainless here.
Yeah.
Same brand, so they probably got them at the same time.
Yep, newer dishwasher, newer
Yeah.
refrigerator. Let's go around because there's a half bath on the first floor.
All right.
So really convenient, half bath. And then right here, there is this room right here that is not in the bedroom count. Technically, the tax says the house only has 3 bedrooms, but I think this could be a great guest space, additional bedroom, or a home office, or a playroom. There's a lot of options you can use this space for. And one of my favorite details of the house is right around the corner. So come here. This archway, I'm like drooling over this archway. Look at the original woodwork detail, and this brings you into the living room. So there's no furniture in here. Our sellers already moved out, but I think there's some really great ways to set this room up. You could mount a TV here and have a big sectional, or you could use either of these walls and have a really great seating area, a reading nook.
Yeah.
There's a lot of room in here.
And talk to me about these heating vents. What kind of heat is this?
So they actually just converted to natural gas. And so it is still your boiler system is a tankless system. So it's a hot water system.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right,
and we'll
very
show
cool.
that when we get down into the
And
basement.
still same thing here. The crown molding everywhere.
Yeah, and nice high ceilings. I don't
Yeah.
know if you noticed the height of the ceilings throughout, but it's really nice.
Yeah, absolutely. And I feel like wallpaper is trending now, right?
Wallpaper's trending back in, but I'll tell you, even if you don't love the wallpaper, there's just not even like an area that's rich. Like this house is just so perfectly maintained.
Yeah, yeah. And the wallpaper's like a really nice, it's not like some of the ones you go and you're like, oh, yeah.
No,
I'm
it's
not
so
into.
tasteful.
Like really tasteful.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I love it. All right, let's take a look. We've got, the entranceway is kind of cool here.
Honestly, so I'm like, my favorite feature is the archway. Maybe it's the tile here.
All right, let's check out this tile.
I love this tile. I look for tile all the time for either different renos or even when we're redoing our daughter's house. And tile's all painted now. Like if they try to do that distress look, it's all painted. This is actually like really ingrained in the tile. It's gorgeous. I love this
Yeah,
tile.
that's really, really cool.
I would love to try to figure out how to recreate this.
And now this room here is
Yep.
our first bedroom,
First
on
bedroom.
the first floor.
Yeah,
Okay.
first floor bedroom.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
Awesome. All right. Let's go on in. What do we got? We've got the crown molding. So we got wood floors everywhere. Did they redo these recently? Because they're
Yeah,
actually,
the floors are in impeccable shape. When they bought it, there was actually carpet down everywhere. So these floors really did not see the light of day for many, many years. So they really haven't been worn at all. I mean, they're pristine condition.
And these are just some of the things. I mean, I'm sure you point out to your buyers as you're going through all
Absolutely, yeah.
You're in hundreds of houses.
A lot of houses,
maybe
yeah.
dozens among hundreds or thousands a year. I mean, we just miss stuff like, you know.
Yeah, you don't see stuff like this. And you don't even see like the crown molding throughout. Like that's just not something you see in every house. There's a lot
Yeah.
of really nice details here.
Yeah. All right.
All right,
let's
there's
head on
2 bedrooms upstairs. Yeah, and a full bath. So I'm gonna head on up.
Oh, I'll go up. You can follow
me.
Yeah, nice runner. I like the runners on the wood, just from a traction perspective.
From a traction perspective, and that's actually newer carpet here. And I love how wide this landing is too. Sometimes when you're in a cape, you come up and everything feels really tight.
Yeah.
But you do have a nice little landing here before you flex over into the bedrooms.
Yeah. All right,
So
where are you taking us first?
let's go to the bathroom first. So it's a full bath up here.
Oh, some unique tiling here as well.
Yeah, it's original tile, but I got to tell you, a lot of this really pattern tile is trending back in. So I'd probably keep it, or at least keep the floor tile and work with the features in here.
And then we have 2 good-sized bedrooms
They're
here,
both really
actually.
good because the back of the house is dormered out, so
Yeah.
it's a cape. but it is dormered. So you have really good ceiling height, even though it's a cape. You don't have the little low cape ceilings that you sometimes see. You've got good ceiling height, and it creates all this really expansive floor plan.
And I've noticed actually in the house, there's some good closet space too.
Yep.
And I just noticed that this probably goes into the attic area.
Goes into the eaves. Yeah.
The eaves there.
Yep.
So really good, like great store. I mean, we're gonna go in the basement in a second. So I don't know if you're gonna use that as much for storage when you have so much
like holiday
space.
decorations and stuff. Like there's definitely a use for
Get
that
them
type
out of
of
the way.
space.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep. Some built-ins over here. Double closet in this room.
This is kind of cool. Come around over here. I love the use of like these empty. They have this obviously sitting here right now, but I love the use of like the empty spaces for like the drawers and
for
stuff.
built-ins.
It's just really cool.
Really efficient.
Yeah.
You know, and again, stuff you don't always see.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go here.
Closet. So again, additional great.
A lot of space.
Maybe seasonal storage with your clothes.
Yeah, closets for
Closets,
and more closets.
Yeah.
I've never heard anybody say I have too many closets.
No, exactly. If you got them, you fill them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Again, another double closet in this room. I could argue which one I would use as the primary, because I think they're both really great size space.
Yeah.
They both have a double closet. They both have this built-in.
Oh, this one's an enormous closet.
It's big.
Again, access to the eaves as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you got some great space. Like you said, the built-in again.
Built-in
I like the
again.
built-in.
So let's go to the finished basement, because there's some great space down there and some features I want to talk
Okay.
about.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah, come on down.
Take us down here. Let's take a look. We've got, looks like dual fire and CO2 detectors.
What I love about this basement is how wide open everything is. So you could really use either size as like your couch area or space for a pool table. A lot of great space down here. So this is interesting because house is on public water, public sewer.
Yep.
But sellers, again, you can see how meticulously maintained this property is. They chose to get a whole house softener system. There's also an at sink, like instant reverse osmosis system for the drinking water, and then they are actually filtering the house water. So this is total preference. Like you see this sometimes on a well when you need it.
Yeah.
It's great water. It's city water, but they wanted to do this as an extra
what kind of maintenance are you talking? I see some water softening salt there.
Yeah.
Like, what are we talking about maintenance-wise?
This is pretty low maintenance. I mean, you just have to make sure you're maintaining it with keeping the salt in there. But Culligan is a great system. They really, in fact, Culligan sometimes I think even overbills their system. It's not awesome. So I really feel like you have no worries about that here.
And I feel like they've just made sure that they were taking care of a lot. Like, we've got a sump pump here.
Sump pump with the battery backup.
Yeah, so even if we lost electricity, you're still not going to have an issue.
Yep.
You've got dehumidifiers not running, which means it's relatively dry down here. But
yeah, they say this basement's been dry and they've never had any problems down here, which is great.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, this is cool. Does this come with the house? Because this, I think this is gonna confuse some millennials out there, I believe, right? And even more so the Gen Zers. This is for a pencil. You put it in there. Don't put your finger in there; it'll hurt. And you can sharpen it. I tell you, no better pencil sharpener. All right, show us the next.
So that's cool because there's an additional shower down here. So tax says, technically the house is 1.5 baths, but you do have this additional shower down here. So for you have guests, I mean, it's just a great option to have that, and it's big. It's
actually, it's a really big
it's really
shower.
cool.
Yeah. All right, that's cool. And then we have like a wash basin down here.
Yeah, so you got your laundry hookups here. Yep. So there's no washer and dryer here currently, but you got your hookups and you've got the nice new sink.
I like these big sinks for they're just it's really just cool looking in general, but it's totally useful for a bunch of stuff.
Yeah. This fridge stays, so this is additional for additional storage. Okay, so over here is
tell us about this.
This is high-end stuff.
This is heating?
Yeah, so this is
and
heating
hot water.
and hot water. They converted to gas. Here's your gas pipe. This black pipe here is your gas pipe. And it's instant, it's like instant hot water. It's tankless hot water. So it's really efficient. This is a really high-end system.
And Bosch is a
it's a great brand.
Yeah,
it's
really
like the
good
Cadillac.
The Cadillac. I hope we pronounce it right. Somebody's going to be like, it's Boucher.
Boucher. Bosch.
Anyway, they make good spark plugs too, I think. I don't know. I could be wrong. Anyway.
This is fully wired too. So there's a generator system here. So
for transfer switch.
Transfer switch.
Okay.
So,
all right.
so there's not a generator. Like you can take any generator and hook it up. And then if you ever have an issue, you can switch over with a transfer switch and it runs the whole house, which is which
Very
is really cool. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah, that's nice. You don't see that actually on most houses.
You
I remember around here, I mean, the last time there was a
was it
big,
2011?
yeah,
you
there
had
was
that
a
big storm?
big long outage was probably about 2011, and people were out for a long, I mean, just
A long time.
all throughout the Northeast. I mean,
Yeah.
that was a freak October weather
Yeah.
thing, right?
But think about it, we've pulled our generator out a couple times,
absolutely.
and like, so it's a good thing to really have. And again, there's no generator with the house currently, but you could just get any generator,
Yeah.
hook it up, and it'll run your
Yeah,
whole
throw it
house.
outside, not inside. You can't do generators
Outside,
inside.
yeah.
Outside. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Is this coming with the house?
Yeah, these actually stay with the property. They're
This is
so
like
cool.
a really cool. You definitely have to keep this and fill it with like, I don't like. People are gonna hate me for this. I don't like beer, so I wouldn't fill it with beer. But I would fill this whole thing with Diet Coke.
Diet Cokes on the
Yeah,
back. Look at this butter
absolutely.
dish. I love it.
Oh, get out of
I
town.
stinking love it.
Oh my gosh.
Cute.
Okay, all right.
I just want to show the back entrance because there's a little mudroom entry there and a great area to talk about.
Okay.
So we've got this mudroom entry. So put your coats and, shoes and all your leftover stuff. And then if you head outside, there's this area that's fenced in. So for our pet lovers out there, you've got a fenced in area, stamped concrete that leads to the 1-car garage. And if you go right beyond the garage, there's a second driveway there, and there's actually more space and more yard. So it's a really cool piece of property on the corner lot.
All right, yeah, so did you say that there were newer roofs here? Because this does look like a newer roof up there.
And both roofs have been replaced within the past 3 years. So
Yeah, you've got these leaf gutter guards up here too, which is kind of nice. You're not always cleaning those things out. Let's see what we got for this garage. Oh yeah, nice space here. This feels like a pretty long garage too. You could fit a pretty long truck or a regular car and still have this like work area here. And it looks like, again, more storage. If we look up, we've got more spots for keeping stuff. Great spot here.
And the door is newer too. Well, thank you for coming on my tour with me today.
Yeah, absolutely. I think somebody's going to be lucky to get this one. There's a few things that I would personally, preference-wise, update on it, but like this house is in really solid condition.
Shape. You just move in and then you get to personalize it, which is so cool.
Yeah, and I think that's the important part, like when somebody's looking for a house, right? If you don't happen to like this color, for instance, like which actually I'd keep that, but that's not me.
Right.
But if you didn't, like this is paint, like that's
It's
not
paint.
Yeah.
It's easy. And I say it to my buyers all the time. You can make any house great. Like you can add the granite countertops. You can do those things.
Yeah.
You can't pick it up and move it. And it's a total bummer to spend a lot of dollars on some of the major appliances and mechanicals before you get into the fun stuff.
Yeah.
With this house, you get right into the fun stuff.
Yeah, and I feel you talking about not being able to pick it up and move it. Just the town in general, Windsor Locks is like super conveniently located.
Super conveniently located, 91, Bradley Airport, good taxes in this town.
Listen, if you don't live near an airport right now, you don't know it's the best. Like having a nice
Uber.
regional airport like right there that like goes everywhere. It's
Yeah.
like it's fantastic.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of great restaurants in town, and you have access to a lot of the other towns where you have quick access to pretty much anything you want.
Yeah, when you're in a town that you have quick access to, around here to 91, you're just everywhere. You're down into Hartford or West Hartford or up into Northampton. Just a super conveniently located located spot.
Totally. So do you want to share more details on some of the first-time home buyers down payment assistance money? Because this could be a great candidate for that.
Yeah, absolutely. So Connecticut has those time to own funds. Connecticut's always had their down payment assistance. They just added to it and they created another fund called Time to Own, which is awesome. It's a forgivable down payment assistance program. $25,000, 1/10 of it is forgiven every single year. So like, even if you didn't need down payment assistance, like it's literally money that gets forgiven. Why wouldn't you want it? Some state programs give you some money, but you're paying it back and maybe paying it monthly. Some of them you don't pay at all and you just pay it off when you sell the house, or pay it back when you sell the house, I should say. But this one's literally forgivable. Literally, it's disappearing. Your $25,000 mortgage is on a diet and it's just losing weight every year.
Well, and that's it. So, I mean, rather than putting a really small down payment down, it helps you put more money down to offset where the rates are right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Too.
Also, listen, from an affordability perspective, people are stretching themselves a little bit more too. I've got people who are using their money to pay off debts.
Yeah.
And then they're, instead of now taking their own $25,000 for down payment, they're using it to pay down some debts. freeing up $400, $500, $600, $800 a month in payments.
Yeah.
And then I'm using the $25,000 from Time to Own for their down payment. So they're literally walking into this place and in some cases eliminating debt almost completely.
Yeah, and you're starting out home ownership in a really positive position.
Yeah,
That's
so
awesome.
So that's for, first-time home buyers have that. Non-first-time home buyers, there's some great programs out there too. Typically not going to get any of the free money like that, but there's a couple programs, but nothing's free except for Time to Own. It really
Well, I
is.
guess the point is, call this broad mortgage guy, and he'll tell you what the best options are. Yeah,
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. So anybody interested, hit me up.
All right. Well, thanks for taking a tour with us today. 46 Suffield Street in Windsor Locks. We'll see you on the next one. Give us a call.